It did just kind of look like a Vulcan with the eyebrows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
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 All she needed is the pointy ears.
Yeah.
That'd be a trip if she was like a Star Trek cosplay kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky boy. The big baby boy. Boy, it stinks. I'm embarrassed.
Good. Good puppers.
I feel like I failed him, man.
No, not 9
Like-
years of. He wasn't, you know, he was. You,
But I mean, like-
it was meant to be when the
Like when we
new
took him
people
to
moved.
Davis, I'd been more on the ball and got my bank account open so I could have tried to do a GoFundMe thing. Because then that would have, because they were able to, if I had the MRI, then she could have like gone in. But she's like, there's no sense of doing that.
Just trying to decide on what sedation we're gonna give him. How much time are you thinking you want to take apart your wagon?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, sounds good.
The thing is, 9 years is a decent amount of time for a German Shepherd. I've heard people get as few as 6. I've heard people get as many as 12, and Ace was 10. So 9 is right in the ballpark. So even if you did all the right things, which we did with Ace, what would you get is another, you get a diagnosis of something, and then you'd have a bunch of, time that would be like going to doctors and all that kind of stuff, and it's not going to make that much of a difference, really. You didn't fail him. You gave him a great life, and that's a good time for a German Shepherd.
He was fetching frisbees for me our first walk.
There you go.
He didn't want to kind of leave on the first walk because they were standing in their driveway and there was a language barrier, and so they didn't understand me when I was like, go back inside.
How old was he at the time?
4 months when I did that first walk.
So they moved in, and then, like, within a few days, they contacted you and said,
No. What they did was they've been living there a while, and they had it. They got this dog. I noticed a dog, and nobody was walking him. And I noticed when I would take my shower that, you remember the youngest daughter was living there, and the grandfather was the husband and wife that lived there. The youngest sister was living there too, and the girls, the wife's parents were living there, and the dad was like I don't know, maybe 30 years older than the mom.
Okay.
He was really, really old. So then they got this dog, and I would see May, the youngest daughter, and she kind of like doesn't look like them. So I thought that was a personal trainer to come in, and she would just like bounce the ball and not do anything. And I'm like, oh, genius. She's teaching him. You're not allowed to play unless I tell you you can. And I go, oh, I bet she's CCP Special Forces. She's probably deadly with her hand-to-hand combat and shit, right? I should be writing this shit down. And then I just noticed nobody's walking this dog at all. And I said, they're gonna have problems. The dog is either gonna tear shit up, or it's gonna be banned to the yard.
Right.
It's gonna choose a family member to possess.
Right.
And so I wrote them a letter, and I took it down to the trophy shop. I knew the guy there, that he was Chinese. I said, translate this in Chinese. So I brought it back, and they write me a letter in Chinese, put it on my screen door. Now I got to take it back to him. At first sentence, he goes, you can have the dog. Because I was just telling him, hey, I'll work with him, I'll train him, I'll exercise him. All you guys got to do is walk him and give him love, right?
Yeah.
But, and so when they said you could have him, I'm like, okay, I'll get his papers and flip him and make $1,200. No papers. All right, I can still fucking train him to be a service dog, and still make some money. And the person they had in mind to come to give him a forever home, they didn't want to spend half a Saturday with me. I go, yeah, we'll get some pizza, we'll watch videos, so that they know everybody has to get involved. Everybody has to participate. This is not. You can't just get a big yard and throw them in there. I mean, any other pet, people follow instructions, but when it comes to dogs, people think they can wing it. My dog can eat pizza with me, sure, no problem.
See it on TV or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's cute when the dog fucking wrecks the table and ruins a wedding cake and eats it. Oh, it's the dog eats the Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
That's Disney bullshit.
Right.
But so I tried to walk him on my left side, and he really kind of didn't want to go. And I sat him on the curb, and I was talking to him, and I thought, well, doesn't want to go on the left. Well, let's see what he does on the right side, because that's the side I need him on if I'm going to ride a bike with him, on the right side. So he just took to it and started walking with me, and we got there. We got to the park, and he was just not interested in any other dog, and I was throwing tennis balls, and he was fetching them like a champ. I seen a frisbee, and I go, I wonder, and I just went. Phew. Then the next thing you know, everybody's like clapping. He was like the star. And so then my mom had got ripped off about $400 on her meds. They distract her.
I'm gonna do the sedation, okay?
Yes. Yes. How long would it take to hit him?
It should be pretty quickly.
Because I want to take the muzzle off. Does the muzzle have to stay on for the second one?
No.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for doing 2 separate ones, because I can't put myself to see that again. You remember my dog I had in high school?
Mm-hmm.
The calico-looking German Shepherd mix or whatever? Yeah. I had to put him down, and I stayed and watched, and I just...
No, you don't want to do that.
You
Just
know,
watch some sleepies.
I'm still... Yeah,
Just
yeah,
watching
I
your
know. I
sleepies.
don't... Oh, my God, man.
Are you getting tired? Are you getting tired? You are getting tired.
Sleepy?
I put the sedation in. That should start to take effect pretty soon. If we need a little bit more, we can give a little bit more to make sure he's completely asleep, but we'll give him a moment and let that kind of kick in, okay?
What's the sedation stuff?
So this is a combination of a medication. It's called Tilazol. So it's not something that we use often, but the other sedation that we use is like a pretty short-acting sedation. So this will give us a lot more time.
He slept good last night. They gave him something to make him a little comfortable last night.
We'll see how he does with that. If we need to give a little bit more, we can. Okay, we'll give him a moment and let that kind of kick in. Okay.
And this will actually like make him like put him under, like make him
Completely asleep.
Yeah.
Just how long is the time to take? How long can we expect this to
It
take?
might take like a minute or two. If it's not doing its job in the next like minute or two, then we'll give him a little bit more.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, because it's going into the vein, so it should start to work
Sure.
pretty quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Sleepies. Your sleepies. Your sleepies.
Yeah, so they distracted my mom at Walgreens and fucking like somebody distracting her, and then they took her meds.
Oh.
So now she has them delivered to the house.
Yeah.
And
Whether was she in the
that gave me
pharm-
incentive
was she in
to
the pharmacy?
that gave me well, my mom's kind of naive, just a
yeah.
talker. And that gave me incentive, and I was surprised because she's ex-law enforcement. So that gave me incentive to train him to be a service dog. I go, Mom, get your doctor on board, because service dogs are a tool. Like for mobility, it's just like having a cane or a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I'd ride him. I'd meet my mom there when she'd take the paratransit, and we'd ride on the bus, and then I would meet them there, and then I would just kind of like hide, not only to see if he's doing the right thing, but my mom is doing the right thing too. Because people are going to say, oh, can I pet him and stuff like that. And it's like, no, Mom. So we need to do this legally, because I think if you fake a service dog, I think the first offense is $10,000 fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get in trouble with that.
But the ESA, I'm not sure what the trouble is for that. But I got a friend who marks her dog, both ESA and service dog. And I go, they can ask you for that note for the ESA thing. If you don't have it, you got to get it renewed every year. It's basically a note from a doctor saying it's my medical opinion, professional, that his life would improve with this service animal.
Are you
So-
sleepies?
So after about 2 months, I just said, I'm keeping him. He's a keeper.
Yeah.
Took a while to, he took the shoes, no problem. Let me put his, I got a rain suit for him, waterproof. Took a while to get him to,
He's still opening his eyes a little bit.
Okay,
And-
we can give him a little bit more. Yeah, just to make sure he's really sleepy. Yeah, give me one moment, okay?
he was going wild to ride in the trailer, bike trailer. But once he did it, he got to it. You had to make him real tired, and it was really cold that night, and he didn't have shoes on.
Yeah.
And I put him in. We were almost home. We were at the community center, and he got in, and it was just magic from there.
Hey, he got some fun times. He running around
yeah,
and
he loves
riding around.
He loves bike party.
Yeah.
Whenever he sees other people on bikes, he thinks, we're gonna
We're doing
go. Yeah, we're gonna team up together.
Yeah. Hey, you awake? Yeah, you're still blinking at it.
He used to basically pull me with the trailer and all of our gear, because he was so fucking happy. He was just beating his paws into the asphalt.
Yeah.
He'd pull me uphill, going up Keith. It was just like, yeah. He'd get out in front of me, and
Yeah.
I clocked him at 22 miles an hour going down Keith.
Your speedometer on.
Yeah, on my bike computer.
Dang.
And he was able to do it going down Lake Chabot Road too, because we just kept the momentum going.
Yeah. Wow. That's a fast dog.
Yeah,
Not Greyhound fast.
But not not for very long.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I don't want to run him too hard. I asked the vet when he first had this problem, did I run him too hard with the bike party thing? Because before I had a cart, we'd go to the first rest stop and then we'd go home.
Yeah.
And then once I got a cart, the very first time I had a cart, we did the whole ride without him riding in the cart.
Yeah.
Like 10 or 15 miles, but it's over 3 hours though. But he was sore the next day.
Yeah. No doubt.
Oh, he's gone to my doctor appointments with me. He went to burn camp. He's ridden the Greyhound bus. When my brother was, when he was sick with cancer, and we went to visit him for about a year, every weekend for a year, all the way up in Fairfield, we'd have to take Bart to Del Norte station,
Yeah.
and from there catch like this Greyhound bus that would take us to Benicia Benicia something station, short bus station, and then another one of those buses would take us to Fairfield transportation. I guess the transportation center.
Yeah, he just poked his head up and his eyes are open still. So.
give him a little bit more.
You want to hear something funny? When the lady was telling me about catheter, and I'm like, "What? You're gonna inject it through his? You're gonna put the stuff in through?" I go, "What does he need a catheter for? You're gonna inject the stuff through his penis?" And she's just looking at me like,
he's not medically savvy here.
You're
he's heard of the word cath. He's heard of the word
Not the
cath.
first person to ask us that. Don't worry
He's
about
heard the word
it.
catheter.
well, she looked at me like,
Yeah.
"Are you serious?"
You're not the first person to ask. You definitely won't be the last. Alright, I just gave him a little bit more, so we'll give that a minute or two. That should do the trick. Okay?
All right, let me get underneath.